my name is Hallie, and today we're going to be looking at evaluation question number 6. And this is, what have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing this product? I hope you enjoy. So first we're going to look at all these programs and softwares that I used in order to make my, not only my, of course, like blog, but also my whole product of my magazine very insightful and professional and sophisticated. All these are only a few of the ones that I've used. I've used so many more that can't really be even brought into a lot of detail because it's just so great of how their uses is. They're really very well put together, and I've liked using all of these in such different ways. Photoshop, of course, is the primary biggest one that we've used, as it is the one that we've used for our front cover, contents, and the page spread throughout this whole entire project. It was very nice using the layers and the Photoshop manipulation because it was really, really challenging for me, and I felt quite achieved to be able to pass this level now where we understand what we're doing in Photoshop and we can almost teach somebody else how to do it as well. That was really interesting, and also for the final look, it made everything look so professional and sophisticated that it was really a useful tool, and I don't think anything could have looked as great as it did without it. Blogger also was very significant. It helped to keep us up to date and on track with all our works that we had to do, and it helped set us guidelines and timetables for when these blog posts had to go out and what had to be in them, and you could customize them however much you wanted. You could customize you could even customize your blog to look a certain way so that it looked exactly how you were trying to portray your magazine, and that felt really good. I also used YouTube. YouTube was a really significant tool for putting up videos, and before this I'd always been just another viewer on YouTube who watches somebody else's videos, but now actually putting up your own videos and managing them, making sure everything's right with them, it really was a useful method of getting everything in check and presenting this whole project in a really neat and professional way. I also liked using Prezi and Amaze for my PowerPoint presentations. They were really useful because instead of just having this PowerPoint presentation, they enhanced it so much more. They made it be able to give it more depth and just make it really, really nice. I've learnt with them that there are so many more things that you can do with how you present your work. It doesn't always need to be just what you think it is. You know, there are so many more things that you can look at from the internet, of course, and just expand your work and make it really emphasize what you're trying to do. Zoho was another one of those as well, of course. I also used Go Animate as one for when I didn't want to write words, but I didn't want to just do an ordinary voiceover or something. I felt that was very good in between. It let us be able to create characters and present it and also get across a message that we can't get across without either looking directly at the camera or writing it down. And so I felt that was a really good kind of in between that was really useful and significant and helpful, especially in my important post where I'm explaining why I've done something, or the start of how it's going to look, or maybe even the end of how it's going to look. I also became more knowledgeable about Mac products and softwares and applications. QuickTime Player and iMovie were very important for me personally because it allowed me to do things like this, do a voiceover with a nice background, and then be able to just speak over it, tell you guys what I'm trying to put across and how it all goes down. iMovie was really good for being able to edit, and I've since grown to understand much more about how to edit videos and how to make them look a certain way and how to make them neater than just chopped up little bits of footage, and I can put it into a much more sophisticated bundle of video and make it more presentable to an examiner. we also used other things that aren't really softwares, such as like time lapses and slow mos. I really like the time lapses especially because I use them personally for my magazine. I started off using them when we were doing the photo shoot or throwing the holly powder, and this gave it a different insight because now I didn't have to just choose a certain picture that may have not turned out so well, but instead I could now present this whole array of different ones and how it's since gone from one stage to the other, and thus how it looks much more better in this. Here are two that I'm just going to show you right now. These are my, one is my feature artist on my contents page, and the other is my main cover artist. And these are just examples of the way how a slow-mo, has really been able to enhance the whole way of doing my magazine, and that I didn't just have to choose like a picture where it's one point in time and another point in time. Instead, I have a whole range of the time in between, and I think it helped me make a much more informed and expanded decision.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wow. Right?
If you
Okay. One.
So as you can see from that one, I didn't just have to choose the point before she got the holly powder thrown on her or after. I could now choose a part in between, screenshot it, and then manipulate that to make it much more enhanced and better. And also with the holly powder actually blowing in her face, that also makes it a much more effective picture.
Oh yeah. Booyah. Sorry.
Oh.
I don't hate you.
I felt that that was nice also because it gave this direct hit right on the nose, and it looked much more almost suitable for what I was going for. How I'm trying to portray this magazine that's really elite and hits a nail on the head and gives a platform for musicians to be on. And I feel like that photo was really significant in that. So those are just a few of the reasons why I've chosen all these things. Of course, there are many more, but these are the ones I found most significant in helping to make what my not only my magazine but also my entire blog how it is today. Thank you.